law. The decision of the Punjab High Court was against the Muslims. They can give as many abuses they want to the Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, but they should know there is a law more superior to the law of the government, and that is a law of the nature, and they can be safeguarded from the law of the government, but the law of nature, they cannot be safeguarded from it, and they will not remain without the power of the law of nature being expressed. After saying all these bad things, nobody can have any expectation of reconciling with us. Hazur says, when this happened at the time, and as a result of this, by the grace of Allah, the law was changed in India, and the law was passed that the prophets and the leader of any faith or any sect, nothing can be said bad about any of them. Then when we move forward in history, about 25 years previously, Salman Rushdie wrote his infamous book. At that time, Hazrat Khaleefa Masih IV responded to this. He responded it himself in his sermons, and he also ordered a book to be written. This was published in English. The Urdu translation has also been published, and the name of this book is Salman Rushdie, Haunted by His Holy Ghosts. In 2005, when in Denmark caricatures were drawn up of the Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, then in the Denmark mission, and I myself as well, through various sermons, remaining within the limits of the law, we took action when attacks were made against Quran and Islam. Then a member of Parliament of Holland, we gave responses to him. So remaining within the remits of the law, we express honor and sanctity, and this is the way of a true Muslim. Going outside of the remits of law, whatever action we perform, that will not be a connection of truthfulness, sincerity and loyalty with the Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him. What the real thing is, to remain this sincerity and loyalty intact, it is the message of the Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him. If Muslims understand the essence of this message, if Muslims fulfill the rights of truly spreading the message of this Prophet, then the circumstances of today would not exist. In reality, this Prophet, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, if they followed his perfect example, then the attacks of the enemies would come to an end itself. If certain Muslims in their own vested interests, they try to take benefit, or they try to fulfill their vested interests, then the law, making them criminals, uproots this attempt of theirs. However, all of this relates to taqwa, fear of Allah and righteousness. So if Muslims want to express sanctity of the honor of prophethood, then they must search out that taqwa that the Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, desired to be born. In the history of Jamaat-e-Ahmadiyyat, sanctity and honor of prophethood, incidents relating to it, it is filled in the history of Jamaat-e-Ahmadiyyah. This cannot be mentioned in a few sermons. It can never be mentioned in just a few sermons. If we want to defend the allegations against Islam and the Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, and purify that cannot be done through any law. In fact, that can be done by bringing the world under the banner of the Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him. This is the reality, that the strife in the world will come to an end at that time, when we adopt the true teachings of the Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, and we bring the world underneath the flag of the Prophet, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him. But if we just make a law and then try to attain benefits through that law, then we will be those who will be actually performing blasphemy. And that pamphlet that I mentioned about previously, the second Khalifa, he wrote about it to Muslims and told them to protest. And then the entire Muslim community, they became the protest personified. Measures were taken, steps were taken. Nevertheless, in the end, changes had to come. And the criminal was caught and punished, and a decision was made. And after that decision, the second Khalifa, Hazrat Khalifa Masih Sani, and what he said was absolutely correct, that my master, the Muhammad, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, his honor is greater than this.